Hi everyone, and welcome to Pregnancy Yoga. I hope you're all feeling okay this week. So we'll go through the handouts, and this week we're going to be doing or focusing on sciatica pain. So if you've been suffering, we are going to go through those postures to help alleviate that discomfort. And it's about listening to your body. So if you need to rest. That's the most important thing. We're also going to be covering the importance of pelvic floor exercises and going through a technique that to help strengthen the pelvic floor. So not only do we need a strong pelvic floor to support your baby, because there's a lot of pressure down on the pelvic floor, so the uterus, the baby, all the internal organs. So it's important we keep the pelvic floor strong, but it's also going to help in the delivery of your baby as well. So not so much just about strengthening the pelvic floor, but it's important to know how to release, to relax, and to let go when it comes to the pushing stage and the birth of your baby. And by keeping a strong pelvic floor, helps to reduce back pain, assists in the delivery of your baby, supports your baby and your internal organs, and reduces the risk of prolapse. So we're going to be practicing those today. Also, I'm going to be sending you a handout on homeopathic remedies, and there's loads of really nice homeopathic birthing kits available, and I'm going to send you the link to that. I find it really, really useful during both my labours. And just an example. So for example, arnica. So this is used for the onset of labour, and it can help with reducing bruising. And then there's also aconite, which is used to help if you're feeling anxious during the birth of your baby. There's one also called Colophyllum. I think I've pronounced that correct, but it's on your handout, and Colophyllum is really good if you've gone past your due date. So a great remedy for inducing labour if you're overdue. Also, sometimes women in labour experience ineffective contractions that stop-start, or the cervix fails to dilate. In this situation, Colophyllum can establish strong, productive contractions. So it's a really good one to have in your kit, that one, because it's just a natural way to start labour and reducing the chances of having an induction, which we try to avoid as much as we can. There's another one in here that I'm just going to mention as well, which is called Sakali. And this is a good one to have in your kit because this one is used routinely after the labour to help expel the placenta. So if usually around 20 minutes or so after the birth of your baby, you will deliver the placenta, and there's natural ways for this to happen. So that skin-to-skin contact with your baby will help dispel the placenta. If you're hoping to breastfeed, having baby feed straight after labour, try and get baby to suckle. That will help the placenta to come naturally on its own, and then that way you're avoiding the injection. Because if you're going to breastfeed, everything that goes into your body goes into your milk. However, if you do have the injection to dispel the placenta, you can still take that remedy, because what it does is it's like an antidote to the injection. So really, really useful to have. And I think that's it. But everything will be in there in the handout for you. And I'll send you a link to the pregnancy kit, birthing kit. The last handout for this week is aromatherapy oils, which are amazing during labour. I'm going to mention the first one, which is clary sage. This is not to be used whilst you're pregnant, but it can be used during labour. And it's often called a womb tonic, and it's also known as the natural gas and air. So it helps labour progress more quickly. And if it's used with lavender, has a really relaxing effect upon you. I would recommend using it once you're in established strong labour as well. So use it when you really, really need it. Save it for the end. It helps promote strong contractions and regular contractions, which is what we wish for. It can also be useful for muscular tension caused by fear, emotional stress or tension. Helps to balance hormones and releases oxytocin in labour. It helps to release muscle tension and to help in the last stage of muscle dilation that is needed for your baby to be born. Gas and air can slow down the birth reflex, and it can cause nausea. So just be mindful of that. And we'd never use clary sage with gas and air, so we only use one or the other. Yeah, so there's different ways to take the oil as well. So you can rub it into your hands, breathe it in. You can put it on your pulse points, so the wrists. You can put it on your neck here, the back of the ears, on the elbows. You can put some drops in some hot water and breathe in the steam. You can have it massaged into you as well. So there's lots of different ways, but it's all listed on your handout, and also the quantity to have with each oil. And we never really mix more than 3 oils at a time. So, but it'll be all there on your handout, along with all the other different oils that are really useful during labour. And then lastly, I'm just going to recommend this book. So it's called Birthing from Within by Pam England, and it's amazing. There's so much amazing information in there. It's a really, really useful book. So I do recommend that if you can get that. So we're going to start. So just take a moment to get comfortable, and we'll begin. So if you wish, just begin in cross-legged. If this is uncomfortable, if you're experiencing the pelvic pain, then you may wish to take the legs over to the side or sit back on your heels, whatever feels right for you. I want you to be nice and comfortable for this first part while we check in with ourselves, check in with baby. So just be mindful that you're comfortable. If you need to rest against the wall, rest against the wall. So we're just going to start by allowing your hands to rest on your tummy. Just begin to relax your body, closing the eyes now. And just start to scan your body, the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Just noticing if you're holding on to any tension today. Just allow those areas to relax, to release, and to gently let go. And just bring awareness to any thoughts that are present within your mind. Noticing how you are feeling today. However you are feeling is okay. And just trust by the end of your practice here today, you will feel more balanced, more centered, more empowered. And take a moment to just notice your breathing. So remember, you're now breathing for your baby. Allow your tummy to soften, noticing the gentle rise and fall of your tummy as you breathe. Just take a moment to connect with your baby. I want you to feel really proud for taking this time today to connect with your baby, to do something positive for you and your baby. And we'll just start to relax the chin. Allow the chin to drop down towards your chest. Just take a moment to ensure you're just slightly leaning forwards here. Relax your shoulders. Bring awareness to the space between your eyes. And set an intention here, if you wish, for your practice here today. A moment to think about what's important for you to achieve from your practice here today. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Feel your tummy rise. And then exhale long and slow through the mouth. It's like a sighing sound. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in. And breathing out. Just notice perhaps already you're starting to feel calmer, connected to your baby. And just gently draw your hands up to your solar plexus. Just relax this space. Breathe into this space. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, creating space for baby. Breathing in. And breathing out. Bringing hands to the heart. And just taking a moment here to check in with the heart. Notice what the heart's holding on to today. I'm going to breathe into this space. Imagine breathing in love, light and positivity in. So together, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then just allow your left hand to remain on your heart and your right hand to rest on your tummy. Just bring that connection from your heart to your baby. That connection of unconditional love. And as you continue to breathe now, in through the nose and gently back out through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling calm, feeling present. When you are ready, you just start to gently open the eyes. And as we open the eyes, we're just going to rest our hands down on our knees, coming into some shoulder circles. So throughout your practice here today, be really mindful to keep your focus and connection on the breath. So breathing into any spaces of discomfort. Breathing out, just letting go. And coming into opening breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Interlacing fingers out behind, squeezing shoulder blades together. Let the chin drop down to the chest. Take a few deep breaths here, just breathing into the heart. So this is lovely to release any emotions that we're holding on to within the heart. Strengthens the lungs, strengthens the heart. Inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the hands back down on our knees and just start to gently rotate. Leading with the shoulder, moving with the breath. So this releases back pain, creates space for baby, and improves the digestive system, lubricates the pelvis. I'm going to take another deep breath in. Breathing out, come back to your center. Let your right hand rest on your lap and take your left arm over the body, so side stretch. Just take a moment to lengthen here. Create space for your baby. And then back to center. And then gently flowing over to the side. So again, we're just helping to create space for baby to grow, creating space for baby to move into that optimal birthing position. Inhale, and then as you exhale, come back to center. Take your hands out behind. And as you take your hands out behind, you can either just rest on the fingertips or the palms or the fists, whatever feels right for you. And then lift up through the heart. So it's a gentle back bend here. You can keep your gaze at the sky or keep your gaze forward. And this is a heart opening posture. So it opens the heart and it allows us to breathe a bit deeper. And as well, again, we're just creating space for baby. Coming back to center, interlacing fingers out in front, sorry. And then just stretching the arms forward. So we're pushing the hands away. Taking an in-breath, sit tall. As you breathe out, draw the arms up towards the head. And then gently back down. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time. And then coming back to center. And as we come back to center, we're going to take our feet so that they're wider than the hips, making space for baby. Coming into our sacral release. So we're going to round the spine, tuck the chin in, and then lift up. Breathing in, breathing out, sorry, and then breathing in, lift. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. So again, just moving with the breath here. And this releases back pain. One more time. And release. Coming all the way back to your center. We're going to come onto all fours. And if at any point you need to use cushions or a towel underneath your knees, then do. Hands are shoulder width apart, nice flat spine. And then we're going to bring our left hand in the center and open the right arm up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Coming over to the other side. Moving with the breath. We're just matching those movements with the breath here. And again, this is lovely for the back, digestive system. Creates space for baby. And it helps your baby to turn into that optimal birthing position. Last time, coming back to your centers. Hands shoulder width apart. Inhale, cat. Tucking tailbone under, chin in. Exhaling to cow. Breathing in, lift. Exhaling to cow. Coming into neutral spine, taking right leg out behind. Bringing the leg in line with the hip. And then if it feels okay for you today, release your left arm forward. So this is your spinal balance. Just take some deep breaths here. Noticing if we feel a little bit wobbly today. And just being gentle with ourselves. And this is lovely for aligning the womb. It strengthens the core, strengthens the back. And then release. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Back into neutral spine, and then taking it over the other side. Left leg reaches out behind. Again, staying here today or reaching your right arm forwards. Spinal balance. And just begin to lengthen from your fingertip to your toes. Stay connected to the breath. When you're ready to release, coming back to center. One more cat-cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Coming back into neutral spine. We're going to bring our right foot to the outside of the right hand. So make space for baby. Tuck your back toes under. Stay here for today if you wish. Otherwise, take an in-breath. And as you breathe out, lengthen, coming into low lunge. Hold and breathe here. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. This is a lovely stretch for the hips. So it releases hip pain, back pain, sciatica pain. Prepares your body for the birth of your baby. Strengthening for the legs. Taking another deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, release that knee down, toes down, coming all the way up into crescent moon. So inhale, exhale, dropping the hips down, bringing the hands to the heart. Just being mindful that that knee stays right over your ankle. So stacking those joints here. If you wish, you can open the arms up to the sky. So again, you can see this is a nice stretch in the hip, releases back pain. Relax your shoulders, breathe all the way down to your baby. And take another breath in. And then breathing out, release. Interlacing fingers out behind, squeezing shoulder blades together. So lovely for releasing stress and tension in the hips, in the shoulders, sorry. Inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly bring your left hand between the shoulders, and your right hand reaches out behind to connect your fingers. If the fingertips don't connect today, then that's okay. Breathe into any spaces of discomfort or tension that you're holding on to. As you take another breath, slowly release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, gently bringing the hands back down to the inside of your right foot. So from here, we're going to take that leg back out behind and then take it over to the side. So left foot to the outside of your left hand. Sinking the hips down here, so feeling a nice positive stretch. Checking that knee is right over that ankle. And again, you may wish to stay here, otherwise tuck toes under, coming into low lunge. Soften the hips, lengthen through the spine, and then just hold and breathe. And just being mindful that during your pregnancy, you have lots of what we call relaxing flowing through your body. So it makes you extra flexible as your body changes during the pregnancy. So just be mindful that every stretch is positive and gentle. And then from here, we're going to release into crescent moon. So dropping the knee, toes down, bringing the hands to the heart, or opening the arms up to the sky. And breathing here. Relax your shoulders. Perhaps notice how one side compares to the other. Breathing deep. Breathing all the way down to your baby. Taking another deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, interlace those fingers back out behind again. So open up through the heart. From here, we're going to release your right hand up towards the sky and between your shoulders. Gently take your left arm out behind. So again, bringing the fingertips together. If the fingertips don't connect, that's okay. Try to keep the neck nice and aligned. When you're ready to release, slowly release. Bringing both hands back down to the inside of your left foot. Inhale and exhale. Gently taking that leg back out behind. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, take an in-breath. And as you breathe out, we're going to gently come into our down dog. Knees soft, back is nice and flat. Give the head a shake. If it doesn't feel right for you today, drop down into child's pose. So knees much wider than the hips, sinking the sits bones down onto the heels. If you're in your down dog, just scan your body, relax your jaw, relax the head. This has a very calming effect upon your mind and your body, very soothing for the nervous system. Take a deep breath in through the nose and big sigh out through the mouth. When you're ready, soften the knees. I'm just going to start to walk the feet up towards your hands, taking them wider, the feet wider than your hips. So again, we're making space for baby. Soften through the knees, lengthen through the spine, take an in-breath, and as you breathe out, keeping the back flat, coming all the way up into standing, bringing the feet together. So coming in to your mountain pose, and then we're going to take a step back with your right foot. Your left foot is out in front. We're going to flex that left knee. Again, we're stacking that left knee over the left ankle. Right leg is lengthened. We're going to square the shoulders and the hips. Keep pressing into that back heel. Coming into your warrior one. We're going to take some deep breaths here. So our warrior one is particularly useful for releasing sciatica pain. Back pain, strengthens the legs, the core. And just focus on the connection with the breath here. So just be mindful again, we're breathing all the way down to baby. The tummy rises and falls as we breathe. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, release your right hand down onto the back of the right thigh. Left arm is drawn up towards the sky, connecting left forefinger and thumb. Taking another breath in, and as you breathe out, release into warrior two. So another beautiful pose to release sciatica pain. Try to relax the shoulders. This is an empowering posture, brings us inner strength. Take another breath in, and then as you breathe out, lengthen both legs here, release into triangle. So left hand on the left shin, open your right arm up to the sky. If you need to keep that front knee soft, that's okay. You can stay here, go a bit deeper into the pose by bringing the hand either onto the ankle or resting the fingers down on the floor. And our triangle is lovely for creating space for baby to grow, to move into optimal birthing position. And it helps to allow both sides of the uterus to relax. You can take another breath in, and as you breathe out, take your right arm over your head. So lengthening a little bit further here. Inhale. As we exhale, soften that front knee, coming all the way up, hands to the heart. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. So your right foot faces forwards. Left foot is grounded into our mat. And then flexing that right knee. Checking that right knee is right over the ankle. We're squaring the hips and the shoulders. And then gently drawing the arms up to the sky. Relax the shoulders, breathing here. Imagine breathing in energy, so sending that energy to wherever it needs to go. Check in with the body, make sure it's a positive stretch. Taking another breath in. And as you breathe out, coming into reverse warrior. So left hand on the back of the left thigh, right arm reaches over the head, connecting right forefinger and thumb together. Inhale, and as you exhale, release into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, so keep connecting with the breath. Taking another breath in, straighten front leg, breathing out, releasing into triangle. And your focus point can be anywhere that feels comfortable for you, so it can be down at the floor, it could be at your left thumb. If you need to, soften the front knee. And then we're going to go over into that beautiful side stretch. And on a deeper level, this posture is therapeutic for anxiety, depression, has a very grounding and soothing effect upon the nervous system. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back to center, toes and heels out, hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen as you exhale, forward fold. Bringing the fingertips down in front, letting the head drop down. Keep pressing into those outer heels, lengthen through the spine. And if you wish to go a bit deeper, come down onto the forearms. And this is lovely to release lower back pain. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, hands to the heart, soften the knees. The back is nice and flat as we come all the way back up into our mountain, feet together. So as we come into our mountain, we're going to go into tree. And our tree pose is really strengthening for the pelvic floor, strengthening for the core as well. We're going to bring the hands to the heart, bring your weight into your left foot. Allow your right foot to rest against your inner ankle, or your inner shin, or your inner thigh. So either above or below the knee. Drawing that knee out to the side, focusing on one point, and just bring awareness to the breath to help with your balance. Using the breath to stay balanced. And then we're going to take the arms up to the sky. We're going to take another breath in. As you breathe out, bring your hands back to your heart. We're going to gently take that right leg over the top of the left. So the knees are resting down on each other. Your right toes are resting down on the floor. Sink the hips down low. So from here, this is called our eagle pose. And this is a lovely pose to strengthen the pelvic floor. Helps in the recovery after the birth of your baby. Reduces lower back pain and sciatica pain. If you wish to go to the next level, lift your right toes and wrap them around the back of the ankle. Keep squeezing the legs together. Taking the arms out to the side. Just breathe here. Use the breath to anchor you, to balance you. And when you're ready to release, coming back into mountain, hands to the heart. Big breath in. Breathing out. Over to the side, weight into the right foot. Left toes resting down on the floor. With your ankle, your shin, or your inner thigh. Stay nice and level with the hips. Stay lengthened through both sides of the body. And drawing the arms up to the sky. Just again, keep that awareness on the breath. And when you're ready to release into eagle, stay consciously connected to the breath. You bring the hands to the heart, releasing that leg over the top of your right, sliding both knees, the left knee on top of the right, sink the hips down low, let the left toes rest down on the floor to begin with. And again, you may wish to stay here for today. You may wish to wrap the foot around the ankle. Check that the fingertips are nicely connected. This is a lovely way of calming any chaotic energy within you. It brings mental clarity, focus, and balance. If you wish to open the arms out to the side, then do. And when you're ready to release, coming back into mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. coming to the front of our mats, feet wider than the hips, coming back down onto the floor. So soften the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come all the way down. Bending knees, lengthen through the spine. And we're going to come back onto all fours. And then release back into our child's pose. So knees wider than the hips to create space for your baby. And then release the sits bones down. Stretching the arms out in front. And just relaxing that space between your eyes down onto your mat. Closing the eyes if you wish. Just give yourself permission to relax here. Just ground yourself into this moment. Relaxing your body. And this pose has a very soothing effect upon your mind and your body. And when you're ready, we're just going to come up onto the elbows, bring the hands to the heart. So we're going to do a few rounds of our pelvic floor exercises. So this is a really nice way to practice them. So the way that we do it is we're going to take an in-breath. And as you breathe in, we're going to squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. So the muscles that you would use to stop yourself from going for a wee. And we're going to do it in 3 stages. So as I say, inhale, 1, 2, 3. You're going to inhale and squeeze, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then hold it for just a moment. And then as I say exhale, release, relax, let go. You relax the pelvic floor back in 3 stages. And that's the important part, because when it comes to the pushing stage of labour, we would need to learn to release, to relax and to let go. So it's as much as it's important to strengthen the pelvic floor, it's also important to relax the pelvic floor. So I'm just going to repeat that one more time. So when I say inhale, 1, 2, 3, we inhale and squeeze, 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 hold, and then exhale, release, relax, and let go. So in 3 stages. So when you're ready, closing the eyes if you wish. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, release, relax, let go. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, release, relax, let go. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, release, relax, let go. Last time together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, release, relax, and let go. And just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then we're going to come up. And from here, we're just going to flow through our first stage of labour, like we did in the previous week. So we're going to go through the postures, the mantras, and the breathing technique. So the breathing technique that we use is our golden thread breath. So we inhale through the nose, the tummy rises, and as we exhale through the mouth. So slightly parted lips, and it's an audible sound. And the breath work is really important. And again, I'll just repeat, the uterus is a muscle, and it's important that we get the oxygen down to baby, down to the uterus. And that way, the more oxygen we get down to the uterus and to baby, the more flowing the contractions will be. So the more oxygen that we provide, the muscles flow like this. The uterus flows like this. If we hold the breath, become panicked, or not in control of the breath, then we don't get as much oxygen down to the uterus, and the muscles, the fibers of the muscles in the uterus get stuck, and they become more like this. And that's when it's more intense, more painful, and panic can set in. So it's all about the breath. So we're not just breathing here, we're breathing all the way down to here. Imagine the tummy as a magnificent balloon, filling that balloon with oxygen every time you breathe. So we're going to come in onto all fours. And again, if you need to support your knees with a cushion, towel or blanket, make sure the knees are wide enough to make space for baby. And we're going to, this is the breath work, the movement and the mantras that we use from the very start of labour. So as soon as those contractions start. And so we're going to go through all the postures. So the first one is cat-cow. So cat-cow is really useful if you're getting back pain. And if you're getting back pain during labour, then it might mean that baby's back to back. And it helps baby to turn into that perfect birthing position. So when you're ready, imagine that contraction is coming. Bring your awareness to your breath. And when you're ready, inhale through the nose to tailbone under. Exhale into cow through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last time, big breath in. And breathing out. And imagine that contraction is eased, and we release into child's pose until the next contraction comes. And by resting in child's pose, it still allows baby space to turn whilst you get time to rest and recover and re-energize. So coming back onto all fours. So from here, we can also use what we call pelvic rocks. And this also helps baby to turn into that perfect birthing position. It alleviates back pain. So it's really important we use that movement and breath together. So when you're ready, again, imagine that contraction's coming. Tuck the chin in, because that encourages your baby to tuck their chin in as well. Relax the jaw, because the jaw is connected to the cervix. So we want the jaw nice and relaxed. And again, this is where aromatherapy oils can come in useful, because you can massage the jawline with your oils. You can place in between the eyes. Your birthing partner can massage into your lower back. So when you're ready, bring awareness to the breath, coming into that golden thread breath. Inhale, lower the hips, tuck the chin in, exhale through the mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Last time, big breath in till he rises. Breathing out, and release. Relax here, back in child's pose. Take some nice calming breaths. Close the eyes. Relax your body. So use this time really to relax the body, scan the body. Use your mantra as well. So our mantra is, my courage and patience will send my baby into my arms. My courage and patience will send my baby into my arms. So the next one we're going to do is what we call pelvic scoops. And this is one to remember if baby's back to back or you're getting the back pain, because the motion of the up and downness of your spine rubs against your baby's spine and it encourages them to turn. So back to back means baby's spine is against your spine, and you want baby's spine against your tummy. The pelvic scoops, I'm just going to demonstrate. So knees wider than the hips. We come down onto the elbows, tuck the chin in. We scoop the chest down. And then as we come up, we tuck tailbone under and chin in and come back. It's 2 movements, 2 breaths. So we inhale, scoop down low. Exhale, coming back. So just really emphasizing that roundness of the spine and that dipping of the spine. So we're going to do this with the breath work as well. So again, imagine that contraction's coming. Awareness to the breath. Be mindful again, every contraction brings you closer to your baby. And remember, there's spaces in between, so they're only temporary. And when you're ready, coming down onto the elbows, tuck chin in, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. So just finding that flow. One more time, deep breath in, and breathing out. And then release and relax back here in your child's pose. And you might notice that you get a really dry throat really quick with this breath work. So during labour, make sure you have room temperature water just to sip on, just to keep the throat nice and lubricated, because with every breath you take, we're losing moisture. Try to avoid any fizzy drinks because it just bloats up the bladder and it creates less space for baby. So try to avoid anything fizzy, just room temperature water. So the last one we're going to do for this stage of labour is our 1 knee rocks. So again, at this point, the contractions won't be that intense. They're just gaining that momentum. They're gaining more and more intensity. At this point, you'll probably still be at home and doing all this work at home. So the next one we're going to do is what we call our 1 knee rocks. And this is really useful just to help baby turn. If your midwife says baby's got a little bit stuck, it helps baby to turn. It gets labour going. It kickstarts labour and helps your baby to move into that position. So we're going to come on to our knee. And you can alternate from one side to the other. And we bring the hands to the heart. You can rest the hands on your thigh. Tucking chin in again. Relax the jaw. And it's the same breath again. So golden thread breath during this first stage. So when you're ready, bring awareness to the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. And then again, same thing. We would come down into child's pose to rest, ready for the next contraction. If during labour, if you wish, you can always lie on your left side. So you can always lay on the left side. If you get really, really tired, you can lay on the left side, because that still allows baby to turn where you rest. But just make sure there's space between the legs. So either your birthing partner would hold your leg or stack cushions, because it's important that there's space for the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor must not be closed. If at any point during this stage you feel that you need to go to hospital, it's really important to try not to stop that flow of labour. So even if you're in the car or walking to the car park or whatever happens, keep that momentum going. You can still move in the car, so you can lean over the back of the seat in the back. You can still move. Never be still. Never just sit and recline. Never lay on the back. Keep moving. Keep the breath work. Really, really important. No matter what's going on around you, stay in control of the breath. Stay in control of your movement. And you only need a really small space to be able to move. So just leaning over the seat, or if you're in the hospital and you're walking down the corridor, a contraction comes, stop, lean against the wall, standing, So you'll be leaning against the wall, slightly forward. So always slightly forwards, never in recline, because baby can turn back to back. So always slightly leaning forward. So you're working gravity. That contraction comes, you can sway, you can move the hips backwards and forth. You can do your cat-cow whilst you're leaning against the wall. So just keep moving. Make sure you don't stay still and tense up. Keep the movement, keep the breath. So that's our coming to the end. Next week we focus on the next stage of labour and the breath work and the movements we use, because it all changes as labour progresses. So we're going to do our last posture, and we're going to come into seated. Bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to come to butterfly. So just rest on your elbows and your inner knees. Let the chin be tucked in. And just gently draw the chest down. Just take a few breaths here. And this helps to prepare your body for the birth of your baby. Helps to balance hormones and emotions. It reduces back pain. Has a very calming effect upon your mind and your body. And just take one more deep breath in. And then gently breathing out, coming back to center. Bringing the legs back together. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the tummy. Closing the eyes. Taking a moment just to feel proud of all that you have achieved here today. I'm proud for taking this time to do something positive for you and your baby. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Last time together. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. And Namaste. And well done, everybody. Thank you so much. Any questions, worries, then let me know. Make sure you go straight into your meditation now. Really, really important part of the practice. And thank you so much.